Hey, what's going on, everybody? Suro here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we got to take a look at the premium shop, and the new house actually has like a new feature. Very interesting feature. We also have a new puppy and more. So if you guys enjoy my content, hit that like button and subscribe, and let's jump right into it. Alrighty guys, that was a little sneak peek about the new items in the premium shop, and as you can see right here, we actually have a new Seaside fishing shack. So this is actually a premium shop house. It looks really nice. We also have a fishing stand. They sure like to have a lot of stands in this game. And then we got a sailing skipper Dachshund here, and little nice, nice little weenie puppy. And we also have a new item here, the fishing rod that has, well, it's a new skin for a fishing rod. And guys, this is another one of those evolving fishing rods. Now this one, real quickly, we'll just go over it. There are 3 different variations of this. You have the base version here. You have the second version. And if you notice the difference between the first and second one, you have some really great vision because there's not much of a difference here. If you look at the wrap right here by my character's hand, you see the first version is pretty much this like tan color. And then the second version just changes it to like this little like salmon color right here. And the third and final version actually adds a little special water effect. Now this item right here is pretty interesting, but I will say I'm a little sad it doesn't have a different bobber on it. I think that was kind of an odd choice just to leave it really plain. It doesn't really match the rest of the premium. It's a premium shop skin for your fishing rod, and it looks like the development kind of stopped right here. So I wish they would have done something unique with that, but we'll come back to this thing. Just know that there's not much going on with this, but there is some cool features with it as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at this new house. Like I showed off in the little teaser that I made, it's a really nice house. I will go ahead and separate it from the rest of my build so you can actually see like the footprint of it. Overall, it's pretty cool. I mean, you do have like a little area up here that your character, believe it or not, can stand on, which is cool. So you can use your camera. You also have a little boat on the side. You also have a little fishing rod over on this side. And then there is a door on the back side, which you can also interact with and go in there. It's got the little string lights here. It has a nice little fishing sign on the top. You have your little clothes right here drying out on the rope. I like the string lights on it. Honestly, I'm waiting for the day they give us a string light like set. I would love to decorate with those. I always think string lights are really cool. And it looks nice. It really does. So the thing about this house is, like I mentioned, you can go into camera mode and you can actually interact with it. And it works just like this. So you can go over here in third person if you wanted. You can use the free cam right here if you wanted to do a DreamSnaps submission with it. So you could kind of line up your shot like this. You can adjust your camera settings. You can even use companion poses, which I don't have, but you can use any poses that you normally can. You could even summon a horse if you wanted, or a mount. Like, you have all the options here. I don't know if it's a good idea to do that, but you do have the freedom and option. You also can use your fishing rod if you wanted to make it look like you're fishing off of the dock here. So this was kind of a nice little change. It's something new that they added to this house. And maybe, Gameloft is still testing out new things, new features. The game is constantly evolving, and I think this is what we're seeing. They ended up doing this like parade float right here for Moana, where you could also hop up here and use it to take pictures with. So I like it. If you wanted to have a shot like this, you could decorate it. Whenever we get those DreamSnap themes for like valley views or something that's really supposed to show off your valley, the landscape, something like this could come in handy. You could have your character kind of off to the side doing something or holding a companion, and then you could set up the rest of your scene right here. So I do think that's a pretty cool and interesting feature. Now, something that is not cool and very disappointing and overwhelming is the fact that this house, you cannot place it in the water, not even a little bit. If you wanted half of it in the water, or you see where the fishing rod is, kind of having it hanging over there, you cannot do that. You can't have it like this. which is really weird because if you look at some of the other houses in the game, like, oh, this one right here, you can see you can actually have this house in the water. It has the beams, you know, and it's already here. And it has the exact same boat. Look at this. Look at the boat with the 2 spots right here to sit in. It's got the rust on it. And a lot of the assets in the game that are in like other items were brought into this item. You know, the barrels, the lamps. And then there is the exact same boat right here as the other one. But yet this one, even though it's lifted up higher, cannot go in the water. Maybe it's because it has these stairs here. I don't know. But it would have been nice to be able to have it over here. And then we do have that new stand. Now the stand is pretty nice, you know. I feel like we have a lot of stands in the game. This one you can place a lot of stuff on here. So I got like the coffee machine. I actually added these magnolia petals. You can drop food dishes, smoothies, little cups like this. You can also have like your crate of lemons here, the little boots right here. You can even place stuff inside here. So I ended up putting this rabbit from the premium shop in here, and it looks nice. I mean, it is what it is. It's just a stand. So if that's your vibe and that's what you like, then it's pretty cool. One thing I did notice, you can place some pretty large items in here. So for example, let me go ahead and move all this stuff right here. Let me get rid of that. Move this down. Move this down. You can put some large items here, kind of like this giant beehive. So if you wanted to do something like that, you actually can. Now, something that did surprise me with this item is you cannot summon villagers with it, which I'm honestly okay with because usually it makes the footprint even larger, and that keeps the footprint even smaller so you can actually decorate. And you see how I placed the stuff down. I dropped food dishes. I got like the surfboards and things like that. You can fully walk in here as well. But yeah, no summoning villagers. And it's a pretty nice item. And you know what else is nice? We have a new puppy. So the puppy that got added this week is this little guy right here. And while we do have a lot of puppies in the game, like we have a lot of them, I like the idea that they're giving us different breeds of like dogs or cats, stuff like that into the game. Because I just imagine like somebody has one of these puppies and they wake up, they go to the premium shop, and then they got the little puppy in there, and that's just the most adorable thing ever. So it's like you could take your IRL animal with you in game, your little friend here, and you can actually rename them as well. So you can name the little doggy here just like your doggy IRL. Now, unfortunately, this dog right here has the same poses as Lucky. He does not get any sticks. He actually, believe it or not, will pick up seashells. So it says he's like a fishing buddy, but he hasn't been picking up any fish or anything like that. But the little shells on the beach, which I actually think he picked up all of mine here, he will pick those up. Let me see. I have some right here. Let me go ahead and drop this. And you'll see that, oh, I forgot. They don't pick up if you spawn, if you're the one that drop items. But he'll pick up those shells, okay? Just take my word for it. I would never lie to you guys. So, yeah, overall pretty cool. If you go over here, go to your wardrobe, go to companion, scroll down to said companion. You can hover over it, and you see at the bottom left of my screen where it says rename. You can press that button, and then you can type in a name, and you can name this little doggy or any of the other companions in the game, whatever you want it to be, except with the notable companions. You cannot name the notable companions because, well, they're like a IP item, so that's not gonna happen. But yeah, there's not much to show off with the little puppy here. You know, he is super cute. You can interact with them, but most of the interactions are just the same as Lucky. It's just a different skin on Lucky, unfortunately. And then guys, let's move on to the fishing rod. So the fishing rod didn't take me a very long time to level it up from 1 to 2. You can just fish like outside of ripples, and it took me like maybe 10 fish, catching 10 fish or 10 of anything to level it up. And then level 2 to 3 didn't take me long either, less than 10 minutes. It probably took me about fishing 30 times, and then I ended up getting it. So yeah, like I said, this is all it is. What you see is what you get here. If I were to provide some feedback for the developers, since this is a premium item, I would love it to feel a little more premium, because $1,500 for one tool item seems pretty expensive. I would like the bobber to be some unique thing as well. I would love for it to have some sort of animation, maybe like whenever you cast out, maybe when the fish actually grab on, it starts doing a little splash effect where it looks like there's a lot of fish trying to get it. Something like that would have been really cool. And then instead of having like 2 really basic versions for level 1 and level 2, it would have been cool if they just gave us this final version 3 different ways. So one with like the blue water, maybe one with pink water, maybe one with like green water. That way you can kind of match it to your outfit. So keep it like the final form, but 3 different ways, or maybe add some different effects on it. I think things like that would make it seem a little more premium, because right now, for what it is, it's just okay, right? Like it could be better, and I couldn't imagine myself for this one specifically going back to level 1 or level 2. Maybe you guys like it without the little swirly effect, but I would love to see a little bit more with this for sure. Now guys, the other thing you need to take a look at in the premium shop, this is an older item, but this is like my #1 pick. If I was to recommend a premium shop item to somebody, I would recommend this item. It's so good for decorating in any biome. It's good for any DreamSnap theme. You're bound to get your moonstones back at some point using this item. It's so good. It's very beautiful. So if you have the extra space to pin it, and this is something you're interested in, I do recommend it for sure. And if you had the moonstones and pick it up, it would be worth it as well. Just keep in mind, we are about to get the Wreck-It Ralph update, which means tons of new premium shop items. So you may want to save your moonstones. And just know that, yeah, update is in just 2 more weeks. And we're going to have lots of choices. But I feel like the River Kit is a pretty safe bet to pin or pick up. Now, moving on to DreamSnaps this week, we did Explosion of Color. And I did this, no joke, less than 3 minutes. This was a build I already had. And it was on the night. I did this the night before the Honeyglow Woods expansion. We had that big stream to do. I was rebuilding my PC from the ground up, and it was either do a amazing dream snap or build my PC so we could stream the next day. I was up till 2 a.m. when I finally was able to start working on this. So I was a little nervous. I just threw some smoke down, you know, decorated my character here, got Mirabelle, snapped a shot, and then from there it was just a matter of hoping that we actually did well. And somehow your boy pulled it off. We got rank 1,448, did get the 4,000 moonstones. So if you guys came across my submission and you actually enjoyed it, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and hopefully you guys did well as well. Now guys, the last order of business is this week's DreamSnap challenge. It is in your element. It says capture the magic of the elements. Showcase your favorites: fire like Amber, water like Wade, earth like lush forests, and air like drifting clouds. Bring your elemental world to life. So that's the focus, element. You need to have an element being displayed: fire, water, ice, snow, forest, earth, things like that, wind, clouds, all that kind of stuff. Just pick a theme. You could do like a 4-way split shot if you wanted to. I think, and I mentioned this on stream, I'm probably going to do maybe like an avatar, like Pandora vibe submission with water. I think I'm going to do water element here. I might change it, but I think that's the direction I'm going. I've seen a lot of people over the years do like an avatar submission over the past like 4 years. I've never tried my hand at it, so I might see. I like the looks of this one, but I think you're pretty much safe going any direction this week. I did ask in chat during live stream, and it seemed like everybody had their own, you know, that they were doing fire or water. So I think a nice variety is always good in DreamSnaps, and it seems like everybody is going like their own direction, which is always good to see. So I think you can do any element and be pretty safe with it. But guys, that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. I hope this video helped you guys out. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.